Hey sewing friends, today I'm here to share my Make 9 plans for 2024. The Make 9 challenge I think is a really fun one where makers can plan out 9 projects that they want to work on for the course of the year. And in the past it has been like pretty narrow where a lot of makers have chosen like 9 specific patterns or specific fabrics that they want to work on. But I've seen over the last couple of years it kind of evolving into something a bit more looser. And for me, that really fits what I need for setting a kind of intention for my sewing practice for the year. It helps me think about the kinds of garments that I am wanting to sew, techniques I want to try, what I need in my closet. I find it to be a really helpful activity, but to like get really specific about this exact pattern, this exact fabric is not for me. So last year, I kind of played around with the format and decided to just go for like garment types with a few fabrics that I kind of like had in mind, which was really helpful in setting, kind of helping me determine like what shapes and colors and that kind of thing that I want to go for throughout the year. So I found it really helpful and I was able to complete 7 out of the 9, and the 2 that I wasn't able to complete you might see in this video. So I do want to do like a little report, a little recap on my 2023 Make 9 and what I made up with it. So it was really fun and I thought it was a really grounding activity that kept with me through a lot of the year, even though I didn't make all the things. So I will do that. I'm not sure if I want to do it on YouTube or maybe I'll dust off my blog. Maybe I'll do it on Instagram, but that will come at some point. But yeah, so since it's the beginning of the year, I thought I would jump into my plans for this year and share with you my plans for Make 9 2024. So last year I made a little grid just with a description of the item that I was wanting to make and a few like pattern suggestions. But this year I thought I would get a little more visual and a little less specific. So I did use pattern line drawings and I put them in this little canvas thingy that I made that I'm probably going to print out and hang here eventually. Now I did use specific pattern line drawings, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm tied to that specific pattern. For example, like I used the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra as the example for the shirt dress that I want to make. But I know I won't use the Lyra pattern, A, because I have other shirt dress patterns in my stash, and B, like Tilly and the Buttons doesn't tend to fit my shape super well. But it's more about just like having the idea there. So not only is it kind of serving as that idea, but it also, I'll talk about some other patterns without necessarily like popping up individual line drawings and specifics, but I will link everything that I talk about down below. So starting with dresses, I have 3 that I am hoping to make this year. I want to take on a shirt dress, which I've been pretty intimidated about fitting my like shoulder and chest region. So that is a big fitting goal that I want to tackle. I also need just like generally in my closet some comfy cozy like t-shirt, jersey, or knit dresses. And then number 3, I'd really like a sheath style dress that I can either layer over things in the colder months and then maybe wear on their own in the like more transitional seasons. So those are the 3 that I'm wanting to make. And so I thought I would share a couple fabrics for each one. So starting with shirt dresses, I have this really pretty dead stock or overstock Carhartt fabric that I picked up when I was in the UK in September, October. And I think it would be really pretty as a shirt dress. I'm definitely thinking more along the lines of the Reeta shirt dress from Named Clothing. I think that would be really cool with these like little squares. This one is my favorite. It says Hot Delights, but the other ones say like Fantasy, and it's a cotton lyocell blend, and it is super, super soft and one that I really want to make up this year. It's been, yeah, every time I see it like in my stash, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. So that is the first one. And then my other option for a shirt dress that like I'm thinking of right now, again, it may change. I just picked this up from the market in Utrecht a few weeks ago. It's really fun. I went with a bunch of folks from the Seamwork community in the Netherlands, so that was really cool to meet a bunch of new sewists. We went to the fabric market and I picked up this cotton blend seersucker. And for this one, I am thinking more in the line of like a Myosotis dress from Deer and Doe. I think the smock style shape in this nice voluminous seersucker will be really, really cute. So again, not necessarily like tied to these two particular fabrics. I have other fabrics that would also be great for a shirt dress, possibly with other patterns. I really like the Chantelle dress from Seamwork. That one is really cute too, maybe in like a solid. But these are kind of my preliminary ideas and ones I kind of just want to bookmark for now. The next dress category is a jersey or a knit dress. Now, at the moment, this is the only knit fabric that I have big enough for a dress, so I figured I would start with that one. So for this one, and I'm hoping to make this up very soon, I am thinking of the Seamwork Brit. It's actually the one that is pictured here. So it's got a little bishop balloon sleeve. It's cut fairly close to the body. I think that'll be really like comfy and chic, something I can just like throw on with some tights and boots and have a nice little outfit. But thinking more in like summer terms, I would really like to have a t-shirt dress, and I'm not really sure which pattern I want to use. I have the Pembroke from Cashmerette, but I'll have to resize that and play around with the fit because I wasn't super happy with it last time I made it. And I also really love the Seamwork Wallis, which I made this summer and last summer. I'll pop in a picture because it's one of my absolute favorites. I definitely need another one of those probably, but for now, this is the one that I probably going to focus on to make a nice little sweater dress out of this really nice sweater knit. So last year, I really wanted to make a pinafore dress and ended up not getting around to it. So kind of this idea of a layerable sheath dress is sort of the like evolution of last year's idea. And I have some really great fabrics for it, but I'm not quite sure on the pattern. So the fabrics I have are this stretch corduroy. This is actually a print. It's not in the weave with this little plaid. You'll see a lot of plaid from me, which made me realize like I'm really on a plaid kick right now, and I think a lot of my 2024 makes will reflect that. So this is the first one. It's a stretch needle cord that I got from Yavro in November, I think. Yeah, specifically for this kind of project, either a pinafore or a shift dress that I can layer over things. So I really love this one. Kind of like, it's like earthy, grungy 90s vibe. So I really love that one. This is a leftover piece that I got from Minerva. I thought I was going to make a coat out of it, so I ordered quite a bit of it, but it's super stretchy. It is a wool spandex twill, and I made a Natalie skirt from it, which I absolutely love. That was on my Make 9 for last year. And I'll again put in a picture. It's probably my favorite make of all last year, quite possibly. Totally loved it. And I have just enough, I think, to eke out a little shift dress, which I think will be great for layering over things because, like, how cute would that be? So really excited about that one. Now, the pattern I picked for my little card here is the Seamwork Phoebe. Now, I really like the shape of this one, but it would definitely need some modifications, including a full bust adjustment on like very straight princess seams. So I'm like not super stoked about that. I really like the shape, but I'm kind of, if you guys know of any that are, that have a built-in full bust adjustment, that have multiple bust cup sizes, that go to a good size range, let me know. The other pattern that I have that is a bit more like A-line that doesn't quite as fitted is the True Bias Aster. which was a new pattern that came out over the summer. So I'm curious to maybe try that one up as well. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know, because I'm kind of looking for that like 60s shift dress that is layerable but also can be worn on their own. So I have these fabrics as well as a couple stretch denims. So that's kind of the vibe I'm looking for. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. So next category is tops. So I have, this time I've got blouses, a couple sweaters, and shirts. I really want to try shirt making. Again, a little scared, but we'll see. This might be the year. So last year I had blouses on my list and I ended up making quite a few. So I put that back on because I found out I really loved wearing blouses. Last year definitely kind of became the year of separates for me. I've deviated a lot from just wearing just wearing dresses to wearing a lot more separates and getting a lot more versatility in my wardrobe, and I absolutely love that. So I put blouses on again. Now, listed here, I've got the Helmy blouse, which I loved, and I am definitely going to make that one because I'm doing a little work project for Forget Me Not that you'll be seeing hopefully in February. So that one is planned for this cool fabric. I want to open it up because it's sheer and it's really cool. Again, it's kind of like a check situation, but it's a little bit sheer and it's this really pretty like deep teal green color. It's a cotton, so I'm very excited about that one. Just gonna like toss it down there for now. And then this is one that like has ended up becoming really precious. I've made so many plans for this fabric and I really want to get it made up. Still haven't decided which blouse pattern I want to use for it, but this is one I really want to try to make up in 2024. And then I thought I would just kind of share a couple other blouses that I already have cut out. So these ones I just need to get sewn up. So what do we have here? Oh yeah, this is the, I think the back bodice for the Anthea blouse in a crinkle cotton lawn that I got when I was in Portland last summer. And then this, let's see, here we go. Here is a bodice looking piece. It's also the back. And this one's going to be a variation of the Chalk and Notch Wren blouse, which has been one of my favorites. So I'll definitely be doing some blouse making, hopefully coming up pretty soon. They're not the most like weather appropriate things to make at the moment since it is very, very cold right now, but I do have them like all cut and ready to go. So hopefully I'll get to making those soon. So I have a really big hole in my closet right now for sweaters. So I had to put that one on here as kind of just a like fill in some wardrobe gaps. So I have a couple of fabrics here, and this is just a polyester and cotton blend sweatshirting. And for this one, I want to make the Allie Olsen Hive. Now that is the one that I have pictured on here, but I think I want to make the other version with the little, what is that called? The little zip neck, the one with the collar. So that's going to be this one. And then this is a fabric I've had in my stash for years. It is a sweater knit. And honestly, I've just kind of been scared of working with it, that it's just going to like stretch and warp and kind of go crazy. But I think if I make a sweater that has no hems, so that everything is banded like cuffs, maybe even like a cowl neck because it's pretty drapey, and then like a waistband, I think I'll be able to get that to work for me. I'm still a little nervous about it. So yeah, if you have any sweater suggestions, let me know, because I am really hoping to get this wardrobe gap filled soon, because yeah, I would really like to just be able to wear like jeans and a nice sweater and look like nice and put together, not necessarily just, I have like loungewear sweaters that are fine, but like if I was like going out for errands or like even out to dinner, that I could still be like really casual and comfy, but look a bit more elevated. So that is what I am hoping for the sweater category. Lastly, for tops, I have a shirt pattern. So the one I have pictured is the Pattern Scout Birdie button up, but I also have this one here, the Cashmerette Vernon, that I would like to try. I've never made a shirt before. I have talked before about like having button-up shirt traumas from being like a very busty teen and not being able to find any clothes that fit. But both of the patterns that I have cup sizes and lots of fitting advice and instructions. So I really want to try that out this year. I really think I would like to have kind of a short sleeve vacation dad type shirt in the summer and like a 90s style flannel that I can throw over things in the winter. So these are the two fabrics that I have. This is the vacation dad vibe. It's a See You at 6 fabric called Ornithology, and it has, not only does it have pictures of birds on it, but also their scientific names, which is so nerdy and so cute. I really, really love this one. And it's a viscose linen blend, so that'll be super nice in the summer. And then I have this classic buffalo plaid cotton flannel for the more like wintry version. So I'm hopefully going to start toiling. One of the shirt patterns, I haven't quite chosen which one I want just yet. If you've made either the Birdie button-up or the Cashmerette Vernon, let me know. I would love to hear what your experience was, because yeah, I want to start toiling for this one soon so that I can wear it while it is still, chilly and stuff here. The last three on my Make 9 are bottoms. So I have a pair of flare jeans, which just kind of rolled over from last year's Make 9. Then I have a mini skirt, because I've been really into those lately. And then a pair of soft pants. Now, that's a pretty like general category, but it's something I've really been missing in my wardrobe. A couple years ago, I had several pairs, but I have since sized out of them. So I really want some more for in the like spring, summer. So yeah, first up is the flare jeans. So pictured here are the Closet Court Jude flares. Now, I don't have that pattern, but I do have the Chalk and Notch Isla jeans, as well as the, on Seamwork, I could get the Seamwork Chelsea, which are very, very similar. So I'm gonna make up one of the two of those, and I have this dark, almost like hatch looking stretch denim that is really, really nice. It's like very textured. It feels really, really cool. So I think that will make for a really like smart looking vintage kind of 70s pair of flare jeans. So very excited to finally get into that. Next on my list is a mini skirt. So here I have the Bernadette skirt from Friday Pattern Company, which I think is very recognizable by the cute little belt and little pocket pouch that it comes with. So I messaged them and asked if that would be coming to Paper Patterns anytime soon, and they said it is on the way. So very excited to kind of build my paper pattern collection. So I am going to wait on that one for a while, but I also like could just continue making Natalie skirts from Forget Me Not. I'm looking into like wrap options, but I haven't found any patterns that I really like, but maybe I might get into some drafting there. But I have this really nice tencel chambray that I really love. I picked this up last spring from Bookin in Amsterdam, and yeah, it's really, really nice. It's a really good thickness. It whiskered quite a bit in the wash, which initially I was like a bit annoyed about, but now I think it kind of gives it like that very 90s like vintage vibe. So I think that that could be really cool as a little skirt. But I'm also thinking of like maybe getting a corduroy or maybe like a suiting for the colder months, because I do really like wearing skirts with tights and boots. But this is what I have in my stash at the moment. The last item that I have on my Make 9 for this year is a pair of soft pants. So probably I'm thinking like a wide leg elastic situation, but not necessarily. I wasn't quite wanting to pigeon myself in just yet. Pictured, I have the free range slacks from Sew House 7. I've made those a whole bunch of times. Again, all of them are not fitting me right now, so they are boxed away, but I would wear them so much in the spring and summer. They're like the perfect transitional garment. And I had a pair of bright purple ones. Well, not quite bright, more of like a dusty purple. And they went with everything. I absolutely loved wearing them. And so I really want to replace them with this mauve linen. This color is brighter than my initial ones, but I think it will still go with lots of stuff that's in my wardrobe. And I think will be really, really pretty. I also have other linens that I think would be linen and linen blends that would be really great for this kind of thing. I might do the free range slacks because I know that pattern so well, but I've also been looking at the chanterelle pants from So Liberated. Those ones are really cute. There's also the LB Textiles. Oh, I lost the name of it. Oh, it's right there. Fremantle, I think. And then the Danny pants by True Bias. So I have quite a collection patterns-wise that I could choose from. So definitely I'm going to prioritize replacing my purple wide leg free range slacks, but I think it probably won't be my only pair of soft pants that I make this year. So those are my Make 9 plans for 2024. Thanks for sticking around. I know this was kind of a different format for going through Make 9 plans and projects, but I hope it was also like maybe a little bit inspiring to see how the format can be stretched and adapted to fit whatever your making needs and desires are. And I would love to know, like what camp do you fall into? Like, do you love making plans? Do you just want to take things like one project at a time? And what you're working on right now. So definitely like comment below. I have, been missing you guys and chatting on here and over on Instagram. I was really sick like all of December. And then it was the holidays, it was a whole thing. But I'm glad to be back and would love to connect again, either like here in the comments or over on Instagram. Let me know like what you're making, what you're up to. And hopefully I'll be back soon either with my recap of 2023, Make 9, maybe some sewing reflections in there, and also what I'm hoping to get started on soon in January. So until next time, happy making. Bye!